Hey guys, it's Keralis and welcome back everybody to City Skylines. Just sit back, relax and enjoy. And if you do enjoy, as always, hopefully as always, smash the like button and leave some nice feedback. Doesn't have to be nice, but let's just write it nice and then everybody's gonna be happy, right? Anyhow, the previous episode of City Skylines, we did a little expansion job on the city. We added a few parks, the United Center, and that is going to be continued later on because we need to move this direction. We're going to make more parking lots, more buildings all the way around it, and it's going to look absolutely smashing. But man, I'm loving it. And I did ask you guys about this idea with the sunken metro. Well, technically metros are usually sunken, right? But this is just this glass part, to keep it or not to keep it. And most of you guys were like, hey, keep it because it looks amazing. All right, you know what? I take your word for it, all right? We're going to keep it. We're going to add maybe like a metro station somewhere around this line and make it looking, I don't know, fabulous, I guess. But anyhow, today I'm going to take a break from expanding. Well, technically we are going to do some expansion job. By the way, I'm just thinking, the trains over here seem to be working out. Let me just see the station. There's still a lot of people around here. Yeah, it's definitely a little bit crowded. We have 4 or 5 trains going back from the old part of the city, or the first part of the city, to this place, and there's still a lot of people on the platform. It is no bueno. Well, it is what it is, I guess. I haven't really seen any of those trains. Oh, there it arrives. There it arrives. Does it bring any people into this place? Yes, it does. So, you know, I am a man of projects. I like projects. I don't know why, because just pooping down buildings around like this is amazing because the city grows, right? But just being like super creative and doing projects is what I love. Today's project is going to be super pointless. It's going to be absolutely pointless. And I did one in the previous season. We're going to do a construction site, but hopefully this time bigger and better. And I got a rough idea, right? I've been looking at the stuff I've got here. And just for people who are curious, how we're going to do this. You know what we're going to do? We are going to do this. We're going to do a sunken one, maybe even like in this region over here, or maybe even here. Oh yeah, over here. Because that's going to look really cool when coming here and maybe seeing like build up skyscrapers or skyscrapers in the making, if you so say. I think that's going to be the way to go. So how I'm going to do this, because usually people ask, right? Well, maybe not all people, but some people ask how you did this and that because you can't really see that in a time lapse. I've got this idea. We're going to do something like this. We're going to do a sunken one. So let's just make a little thing like this. And then we're going to pick another road, and with the mods, what mod is this? This is the road anarchy, I think. I don't know. This is the elevation thingy. But I'm going to select this option, which forces the road to the ground, right? And then we're going to pick a smaller road, maybe even a dirt road, right? And then we're going to just sink it down to about maybe, let's say 9 meters. You can see it's kind of like, oh man, it's underground. No, don't worry about it, because we have this like snapping to ground. So it's going to lower the ground with the terrain with the road. So we're going to just do something like this. All the way, all on board. Okay, this is going to kill me a little bit, but this is just for showcase purposes, Keralis, don't worry about that. Something like this. As you can see, the ground sunk around it, and now we can just do a little terraform job, selecting, for example, this elevation here. Oh, no, bigger brush, please. There we go. Select this elevation, and then just kind of like dig out the whole region over here. So that's going to be nice, flat, and just perfect. And then some like construction zones, they do have like a little like, is it what do you call it? Is it technically a retaining wall? Might be a retaining wall. And I do have the sea walls by Mass. We used them in the previous season, but I'm not sure. Hey, no, Mass, I love you, buddy, but this Ronix made those dock walls, because usually when you see construction zones, they look a little bit like they have like the corrugated metal going around. Let me see here, where's the sun facing over here? And those sea walls here, or the dock walls, they kind of will do the job quite nicely. And then we can just do like plop a little asphalt, or maybe just a little like concrete plate to hide away the ugliness over here. And having that going all the way around the construction zone, and then within the perimeter, we're going to be using Beard Monkey's prefab sets. Search on search just for Beard Monkey on the Steam Workshop, alright? You will find them. And with this, we can build fantastic stuff, all right? For example, we can make it like a big construction type of dealio. Because it's got all those like little cute, well, it's got like stuff. It's got like building materials out of concrete, like concrete plates. We can make houses. No, we can make like big skyscraper. And by the way, if you're like a construction engineer, this is nothing I'm going to build today. Is going to be like safe and sound. Okay, it's going to be just a little messed up construction. We just to make it look like a construction zone, right? But man, this is going to be absolutely fabulous. And then bringing all the construction material machines into the little region. It's going to be pointless because it's never, okay, trust me, this project will never be done. And it's a construction zone, right? So it's never going to be done. But it's going to look, yeah, everybody, I think it's going to be something. Hopefully you guys will enjoy. Enough talking, all right, before the winter arrives, Jon Snow. Just enjoy the time lapse, everybody.
Cannot give you back your homes or restore your dead to life, but perhaps I can give you justice in the name of our king. Perhaps I can give you justice. In the name of our king.
over me. I confess of all your love. Butterflies took over me.
And welcome back, everybody. I love it. Have I said that before? Can you even say that about something you've made yourself? I love it, because it kind of feels like, hey, you can't say that about your own stuff. I guess you can. I don't know. Everybody, this brings life to the city. Even though nothing is technically moving within the perimeter, besides like flashing lights here and there. I mean, just look at it. It just brings the city to life, and that is what I love. So, using the time-lapse, you kind of got a rough idea on how it looks. As always, it is up close and personal time, everybody, right? And look at the trains in the distance, and the constructions. Every construction engineer this is just something to look a little bit like a construction zone, all right? Just a mixed match of buildings here and there put together, and it's something. So, man, yeah, it's kind of vast. It's huge, all right? It's humongous. Humongous, what you might say? I don't know. It's just big. But it's definitely a really sweet project. So hopefully somebody's gonna get the inspiration and do something similar on their own cities and whatnot, because it brings stuff to life. All right, it's gonna be a little bit framey around here, but up close and personal we go. As you see, the dock walls, because this is something usually you see on sunken construction zones, just to kind of like keep away the soil from collapsing into the construction zone, right? So that is the idea. However, I did make a little like mistake, because we get those like I don't know what you call it, the construction fences. You see those on construction zones, kind of like, you know, don't go there. I guess those should be on the outside and those should be on the inside, because I mean, what's keeping the people from falling in, right? It's kind of like, this is like a little mesh fence, right? And it's not really like a fence, it's just a little like well, it's not rubbery, but it's flexible, right? But then again, when I was building this, I thought I would want to have it here mainly just so we can see stuff into the building, the ground. Having that fence surrounding that, we wouldn't be able to see anything, like for my own sake, right? People usually you keep them out because of safety reasons, but I placed it here, so I'm not really like a big fan of it, but it looks nice anyhow. So we have this road going down. As you can see, I put the floodlights from the football fields just to keep it like a little bit a cool vibe here during nighttime, so we get the construction side lit up here on the working grounds at least. And yeah, obviously there's a mismatch of buildings inside of the thing, and just props all over the place. Like we have bulldozers, there's like old bricks, because obviously like this has been populated before, it's been a building, they've demolished the building and now they kind of like remove the rubble. That is what I had in mind, at least. Does it work? Yeah, it kind of does. I did those like little like construction offices, or just like, you know, like a place to dine for the construction workers, and I think they turned out pretty well. Like especially like placing them in this pattern. Like, you know, you have this. Okay, this ladder might collide with the, or the staircase might collide with the. Nah, it still works out, right? And some porta potties. I think, you know, stuff like this, the more you add, the better usually it gets. A Swedish Scania truck over here, and we do have the American Volvos. I live in Sweden, right? Scania and Volvo. I mean, I'm proud of those. Those are just amazing pieces of machinery, I would say, right? And then we have the buildings. The buildings itself is actually nothing like spectacular. It's just like something we've placed, built up, and it looks something like this. But what I had in mind, as mentioned before, I think, is coming on this road here and then just seeing the construction zone being developed here. Because there's going to be a few buildings here as well, so it's going to hide away a little bit of it, but I like it. I think, oh, by the way, I did get a question about this building from the previous episode. This building here is called the Battery Parking Garage. So it's a big, like, just a garage, basically. And therefore, we have this like, little skywalk into the arena from the garage. And I think the whole building is just a garage. I don't think there's any office spaces or whatnot. Because I kind of just thought like, okay, let's just connect that with the arena and those office buildings. And it's just going to be looking quite neat. So yeah, battery parking garage, if you kind of want to grab it. The cool thing about it is not that floating pillar, which I don't know why is there a floating pillar? Oh, it's not floating. Okay, it goes down, but it's black, so it's really hard to see. Yeah, it's kind of like those little passages underneath, so you can place roads and then just do stuff. This is not done, obviously, but it's a cool little feature that you have the possibility to build roads underneath it using some of the mods, like, you know, the road anarchy mods. But back to the construction zone. The thing here, which I'm going to get a question on, is what is that? This is something which I think Ronix made for his tunnel work. So if you search Ronix on Steam Workshop, you will get his like tunnel entrances. And with those comes big blocks of concrete. And I know it doesn't really look cool, but it's a big blob and it just connects those buildings nicely. Kind of like a little, like, I don't know, just a little extension. And I mean, it's very simple. I guess we could make it out of those as well. But just having a little bit of variation in this It kind of works out, so I like it. And now people be, hey, how did you make the crane go up here? I don't know. Okay, this is the only game. You don't have to be mad. What is that truck doing here? Oh, I need to kind of disable. Man, this. Oh, I haven't seen that. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. They make these little dust particles when they go on there. Look at the water puddles. So cool. Yeah, they make the dust. Ooh, don't hit the pot. It's gonna be bad. Hey, oh no. You can't do that, can you? I thought I disabled that. Yeah, I did. Why did he go on that? Oh, I see. All right. Can I switch this lane as well? So this lane from here, this is going to be disabled. You can't go on that whatsoever, but this one is going to be enabling the right-hand turn from here. So that should work, right? Hopefully it does. Because what I did, as you can see, I placed construction machines on both, or like machines, not machines, well, the trucks and stuff waiting for unloading and whatnot on both sides. And then I disabled those usages of those lanes here, the outer lanes. So we can just use the inner lanes over here. So I guess it does make sense. I talk a lot. I've been building this for quite a few hours. I've been quiet, okay? Let me talk. Okay, don't be mad. So yeah, we do have cranes. Some of them are lifting up pillar blocks and whatnot. Some of them are lifting up wall pieces, and yeah, it's not realistic how it works. Because I mean, usually you kind of fill in the whole gaps here, I guess. But well, it's something. Those, by the way, construction elevators. What a fantastic looking little thing. It's quite a thing, and I've placed a few of them because I have like one of those construction offices here, so we do have one elevator going up here to that elevation. It comes to life, everybody. I'm not really sure, because the thing when I was doing this, I kind of felt like this side looks so naked and bare. So I'm not really sure what to have here. I started putting some construction materials in the far end, like some pallets with some bricks and just some pipes and whatnot, but it just looks so wrong, so I'm not really sure what to have here. Maybe just keep it like as this. What we could do, however, let me just see here. Here it is. On this, I made a little this is just a little like loading zone for stuff and just workers and whatnot. So I've made this here, right? But then I cut into that little area here with some buildings. I guess technically we could cut into this area with some small buildings as well. Might not look as horrible. Yeah, ideas. Let's just jump down on ground level. This is what I love. Let me just do this. Options. I'm gonna go to Daylight Classic just so we get some sunlight into this. I mean, just I can sit and watch stuff like this because I'm really loving it. Especially like, you know, people going behind here. They get the mesh fence so they don't, you know, don't go out into the streets. And I know it's only a game, right? It's not lifelike whatsoever, but I'm trying to make it as lifelike as possible, at least, I guess. It's such a simple build. Like, honestly, like building stuff like this, building a construction zone, it's super simple because it's just a constellation of random pieces all over the place, and this is not like a hard thing to do, but it adds. One building which I'm in love with is this one. It's a little like corner building, and then I thought like, hey, let's just leave that open and build like a little like, I don't know, a park, a little zone outside it. Because of this, like, you wouldn't call this graffiti now, would you? It's a mural, as you call it. I don't know. Maybe just some type of graffiti painting. It looks absolutely lovely. Absolutely lovely. It looks really cool. Oh, man, come on, stop it. It looks nice, okay? It looks nice. Coming here and just seeing the like painting all over the place, it's something. So yeah. Is there anything else I want to show you guys? Night scenarios and stuff. Like I'm doing this for mainly for you guys inspiration. Like just if you do a construction zone, by the way, tweet some pics. When we did what did we do? We did this nuclear power plant. People have been telling me like put some lights up in the cooling towers, and there's actually like built-in ones from the basic type of dealio. But here I've placed them. This is just to warn the airplanes. Well, I guess maybe helicopters are right, just to not collide. because airplane on that elevation here in the city center would not be a bueno thing. But maybe helicopters, just to kind of warn them about, and I've placed them on the cranes as well. This was such a tedious job, by the way, to aligning those little lights, because let me just hear. Can you see the little how small the little flashing light is? And to align that properly with this on this elevation was not the easy thing to do. But we made it happen. Yeah, some of the buildings will have like a little balconies being built up and see. Yeah, it's not ideal like how I can align this, but it's not that easy to do, especially like when building on scale. But it still looks nice. Yeah, let me just show you those flashing lights at night, because I think that looks really nice. As you can see, it's pretty lit up here. Maybe not in the buildings itself, but as you can see, those little lights flashing about here. So yeah, I've put them on those cranes, I've put them on those smaller versions. Might be just a pointless thing to do on those versions, but I don't know. In my book, it looks nice. Man, I do... Oh, what? Hello, I think I'm back. Sorry, I kind of tapped out of the window and everything just closed down and it was kind of bad. But I think we are back up and running. What was I saying? Now, hands down, honestly, I hope this will bring in some inspiration for your own projects. Your own cities, because it's so simple to do. A construction zone, it could not be. You can't do it wrong. Just place a bunch of random machinery all over the place and everything is just gonna be super perfect. Trust me. Like, yeah, I love those trucks. They're just waiting here in line to be unloaded down into the construction site or zone. It's definitely a tight squeeze here with the barrels and everything, but yeah, it's not bad. Oh yeah, now we can see the mural graffiti. It's something famous. He's got a lot of veggies, and those guys are baby. He's gonna trade the veggies for the baby. I don't know what's going on this painting. Maybe this is something really famous from a big city. I just don't know. It looks really nice. Everybody, once again, thank you so much for watching. Smash the like button if you did enjoy this. I sure do hope it brings tons of inspiration and creativity to your own cities and places. Next episode, I think we're gonna do another project somewhere about. A small project, okay? Because I'm a projects man. See you guys in the next one, alright? Bye-bye. Have a very, very, very nice day. Dude, you can't use that late! Huh. Bye, everybody.